JawsJr here. We are going to do an in-depth look at Rainbow Obsidian. Now, we've done some other videos on it, but this is going to be more detailed than ever before. We're going to take a close look at several pieces, dry and then wet. We're going to start off this in-depth look at Rainbow Obsidian with this one right here. Pretty unassuming. It doesn't really look like there's nothing special about it. Just really nothing to get your attention. So what we're going to do is we're going to dunk it in water. Then we're going to look at it under the lighting of this area. Oh, and you can see some color. Let's put a good light on it. This is why this is so tough to deal with, because a lot of people do not understand, look at that the color pops when it's either wet or polished. Let's take a closer look at another piece and find out why. Here's another example. It is dry. And let's look at it fairly closely here, if we can get it to focus. This exterior here is quite weathered. But in its recent past, it's been chipped. So you can see how much more shinier it is with it. Unfortunately, this one was broken away. A little fracture right there. It was broken in a way where the color's not going to pop. So when it gets wet, or of course when the surface gets worked off, it allows the colors to be seen. And if you look really carefully right there, there's a hint of color right in that area right there. And I thought I saw another hint of color on this one. Let's look on that chip right there. No, I don't see it too much on that. Let's go ahead and dunk it. And there you can see the blues that we couldn't see before. And then this side over here. And we looked at this side pretty close. Now you can see there's something pretty cool there. Look at those blue. Okay, here's another piece. If you're wondering what this white is, it's just from the pieces of obsidian rubbing up against each other. This stuff is so rough that just a slight movement will cause that white mark. But this one here, and this has got really, really weathered exterior on all sides. But let's dunk it and see what we got. See, no colors being shown. You got to throw a good light on it. There's a little bit of color. And let's look down the side over here. Look at those layers. And this is no special light. Hercules from Harbor Freight. Swivel head on it. That's all it is. So this here, this is a good one to talk about too. This one, I'd want to cut kind of that direction. That way there, at this angle, the colors would be seen. So this is another thing that's deceiving about these. The ends may not show very much. So you got a little bit of color there. Almost no color there. But you've really got to pay attention. So you can see some of it coming up there. And I have a feeling on how this one is acting. Oh, is there something there? There we go. I think that band's going to be purple. Just off of my experience of seeing these. So let's look at another one. We have a little bit bigger piece here. And again, this weathering just hides the color to these. So let's go ahead and get it wet just like the others. And you can start seeing some stuff. Let's put some light on it. There you go. Let's look at this other side. Not much on that side, but this thing all the way through those lines, every one of them should have some color in it. So anytime you go and collect obsidian, there's a good likelihood you're going to come across it looking this way. And this has actually been pressure washed because the dirt gets into this weathering. It's very hard to get out of. And so I use a pressure washer to clean it. I might do a video of that to show you the process. It's very simple and it doesn't take much effort, but I need something warmer than what we've had. Okay, let's go ahead and dunk this one. Do we see any hint of color in this one under the regular lighting? I see a hint there. Okay, let's put some light on it. Look at the purple. And down the edge there, you can see there's a little of a bluish tint. There you go. You never know what you're going to get with each one of these. Now this one here might produce something spectacular. Look at this, already in the light. But see, this side here is already been chipped. So it's already starting to show some color. Let's go ahead and dunk it. So there's no chipped area right there. Let's go ahead and dunk it and show you. Now, how's that for color? Is that acceptable? Let's look at this other side. Blues, purples. Now this stuff is directional. You don't see the color as well. And then you have to get it at the right angle for the colors to pop. See, you can't see the colors that way. But look at there. That's why it's very important to cut this stuff correctly, because if you cut it wrong with it being directional, with the sheen being directional, you're never going to have any color. And I have a couple slabs of Rainbow Obsidian that other people have cut, and it's just that case. You see the color on the girdle of the cabochon, not on the face. You want this color on your face. Now this one could be more of a challenge than the rest, because I didn't do a very good job at pressure washing it. There's still some dirt area here, and you can see some actual dirt over here. And these chip marks, these are all natural chips, they're all chipped wrong. So let's go ahead and dunk it and see what we can see. There's some color. Oh yes, look at all that color in there. Some beautiful, beautiful Davis Creek Rainbow Obsidian. Now keep in mind, this stuff is still available, $5 a pound. Send me an email, JawsJr@gmail.com. But $5 a pound. Shipping is done USPS, flat rate, either medium or large boxes. But the colors on this thing is just incredible. Sweet. Okay, we have another one. I need to do something about transporting this stuff. I mean, is it hurting the inside? No, not really, but it's something to keep in mind. And coming here, it was a pretty rough road. So that's just a note for myself. Another one here, though, that is not the cleanest. See, you can see some of the dirt over there. So let's go ahead and do what we've been doing. Let's dunk it and take a close look at it. You can see a hint of blue right here. That might be purple there. So let's go ahead and put the good light on it. Oh yeah. Isn't that pretty? Let's see what we got here on this side. Look at the purples on that one. Now this one here, seen how the colors were, but those lines are harder to see, but I would still go slightly across those lines. And the steeper you go across them, the more colors you can get, and the more shallow you go across those lines, or go along with them for cutting, the fewer colors you're going to get. It is all a preference on what do you want done with it. What is your goal? Just do not cut it this way. You have your lines going this way, do not cut it this way. Unless you have a big piece that you want to cut in half, and then you can turn it and do your cutting. But yeah, real beauty there. Okay, this is going to be the last one for today. I could go through the remaining 120 pounds of the stuff I have, and every one of them will have color. Now, this is 120 pounds I have with me. I still have a bunch more back home. Yeah, and I'm not home right now, but this is also tape delayed, so by the time you see this, I'll be back home. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one here closely. See your characteristic lines that you see on this that could contain color. And there's only one way to find out. You can already see a little bit in there. There you go. Turn this back over this way. So I'm going to let you guys go here. Just remember, everyone's life's an adventure. Then there's mine taking a very close look at Davis Creek Rainbow Obsidian. This is the Adventures of JawsJr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!